There is always a moment when you feel that you want to add something more to your chords. Maybe you've been playing the same song, the same chord progression for a while, and you're wondering if there is a way to add or to change these chords and to play them in a different way. Now, if you are a beginner, chances are that you still don't have the technique or the music theory tools to change these chords and to learn how to change these chords. In reality though, there is a system that helped me escape the boring basic chords and really helped me figure out how to play the same chord progression in many different ways. This system is perfect for beginners because it allows you with just one finger to completely change the chord progression and go from something like this to something like this. So in this video I'm going to show you how to put this system in place so that you can finally change the chord progressions that you've been playing for a while and come up with something different. Guys, this video is brought to you by Lava Music. In fact, right now I'm using this beautiful guitar, which is the Lava ME2. I've done a review of this guitar, make sure that you check it out. I'm gonna leave a link in the description down below. Folks, Lava Music really built beautiful looking guitar. This is entirely made in carbon fiber and it has a free boost pickup, which allows you to add effects while you're playing, such as this beautiful reverb. So if you want to know more about this guitar, make sure that you check my video review. I'm going to leave the link in the description down below. So thank you so much to Lava U for sponsoring this video. Now let's go back to the lesson. So how do we put this system in place? Well, we need three things. First of all, you have to identify the bass note of each chord. So if the chord progression we are checking out is A minor, C, G, and F, I want to make sure that I know how to play the bass note of each chord in different positions of the neck. So I will have A, C, G, F. But I could also move these chords in a different position and play A, C, G, and F. Second thing, pretty straightforward, you need the key and the scale you are in. We are in A minor key. So you have to know the A minor scale, which is this one. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and A. The reason why you have to know the scale is because we're going to use each note of the scale on each chord. And the third thing, probably the most important, you have to know the notes on the fretboard. Now let's play these chords with the first note of the scale, the note A. I'm going to play the G string fret number 2, and then I'm going to play the chords. So the A minor, C, and G, and F. One more time. So as you can see, I'm just playing the bass note of each chord with the first note of the scale. Now I can move this note one octave higher and play it like this. So I'm obviously playing the bass note now on the A string open, the C is on the low E string fret 8, the G is on the A string fret number 10, and the F is on the fret number 8. That's the reason why I was saying, make sure that you know the notes on the fretboard. So, obviously the note A will have a different function for each chord. So for the first chord, the A minor is the root note. For the second chord is the major 6. So we're playing the C6. For the G major is the 9th. And for the F major is the major 3rd. So now let's start with the second note of the A minor scale. the note B. And look how interesting the chord progression sounds when we start with the ninth of the A minor chord. I'm gonna play it here on the B string fret number 12. So A minor, C, G, and F. Now, if we don't like the sound of a particular chord, we can then combine two notes. For example, I could have the note B for the first two chords, A minor and C, and the note A for the G and the F. So the third note of the scale is the note C. We can play it here on the B string fret number 1, and we have A minor, C, G, and F. Let's try with the note D. Let's try with the fifth note of the A minor scale, A, B, C, D, E. We're gonna play it on the B string fret number 5. We have A minor, C, G, and F. Now the sixth note is the note F, which is on the B string fret number 6. This note is not great, to be honest with you. Sometimes you will find notes that don't really sound great, so this one sounds like this. A minor, C, G, and F. And we have the last note, the 7th degree, which is the note G. So we have like this. So we just briefly played each note from the A minor scale on each chord. And each note really gives you a slightly different color that you can use based on the chord progression that you want to write. Now, as we were saying, you can combine different positions and different notes. For example, I could start with the note C and then move on to the note D when I play the G and the F. Or I can give you another example. We could start with the note G on the A minor and C, and then move on to the note A on the G and F. All you have to know is where to play the bass note of each chord. So A minor, C, G, and F. Let me just give you a quick recap with all the positions starting from each note so that you have an exercise that you can follow and practice. So we're going to start with the note A on the B string fret number 10, and then we're going to move on to the other notes. So the note A, B, C, D, E, So I find this approach pretty interesting and so simple to implement. Obviously, if you are a beginner, it will take a little bit of time for you to visualize the notes on the fretboard. That's the reason why I suggest that you start, for example, in position 1. You can do the same exercise entirely in one position without necessarily have to jump up and down the fretboard. So let me just give you a quick example in one position, starting from the note A, the note B, the note C, the note D, the note E, the note F, and the note G. With the A minor key, we can actually also add the top E string open for every chord that we are playing. So that you can add even more color. But this is another story. Guys, I'm gonna leave you to practice this. Take it step by step and make sure that you write things down or get the tab on my Patreon page if you want to know all the chords that we've been playing. Always take it step by step. Enjoy this lesson and I'll see you next time.